We don't have to be tied to what something should look like in any given moment, but it's an invitation to recognize that what before us isn't right or wrong, it just is. And within our place, within humanity, within evolution, we can take that and we can allow ourselves, through acceptance and saying yes to what is, to move to a place of healing, to move to a place of surrender, letting go of that which no longer serves, and opening up to, yeah, I get to be in this life. Or as Jesus said, I am in this world, but not of this world.
I just figure everything's a learning tool. Everything that comes up, every experience that we had, there's something there to learn. And sometimes it's traumatic for us. Like the one I can think about most recently was what happened in Parkersburg last May. That was horrible. But people that survived learned a lot from it. And yeah, I've been in a couple tornadoes myself, not near that bad, but you are traumatized by it. And but still, you learn a lot from it. And certainly you learn a respect for Mother Nature, if nothing else. And you wonder why. Everybody wonders why. So I guess it's just part of the plan that's here. And sometimes I wonder if it isn't to bring people together more, if we don't get so scattered and so thoughtless about our friends and our communities and things like that, that we just need the big shake-up. In spiritual response therapy, we would call it a spiritual kick. In the real world, it comes in more traumatic manners, but we get those things. It has to open our hearts to do things. And it's sad to me that we wait. We get so busy with our own life and our own selves and our own family that we don't really open our hearts to others in ways that we could. It's a sad part of the world around us today, the way we live, because again, I can remember when I was smaller and how the people of the community would come together for things more. And maybe, you know, I don't think they do that anymore though, like they used to. People work different than they did then. People drive out of town for jobs that they didn't used to. Time changed for everybody. I know the clock is the same as it goes around, but time for us to do things that we used to consider really important just kind of leaves when everybody works in a different direction.
It's a really good time right now to make sure that you're sharing with your partners, sharing with your good friends how it is that you're changing, or what it is that you're thinking about, or whatever it is that you're doubting or wondering about. To share those parts of you, because that gives an update to people around you so that they can adjust to the new you. When we hide what's happening on the inside, it's hard for things to adjust, whether it be workplace things or we can even get more out there with the idea of vibrationally. How can you get what it is that you desire at your heart level? How is it that you can get answers to your questions? How is it that you can be relieved from angst? if there's no indication to the outside world? What is really your truth in any one moment?
And I think that's what we're called to. And when we can hold suffering, deep, true suffering, then I think we can also hold deep, amazing joy and lightness. And that also is part of the energy of transformation. I think about the Dalai Lama, if you've ever heard him laugh, you know. And that is a man who feels very much the suffering of his people. And when asked how he can be enlightened all the time, laughs this amazing, from the toes, melodic laughter. He is also a man who can feel great joy, who can be concerned about his individual people and the larger world. So I think, you know, sometimes there's more questions than answers. How do we bring light? How do we connect our filament of light with somebody else's filament of light to create an opening or a window for the wisdom and the new possibilities to come through? That's a question I'm constantly asking myself. And while I have some answers, they change, and they're different. And that, I'm seeing more people now than ever before who are interested not only in dancing with, embracing, and transforming their own suffering, but also dancing with and embracing the universe's suffering and wanting to be an agent of transformation for both. More and more people have that understanding. Come looking for a place to just process that. And I don't have their answers, but I can be with them in energy or in word or in silence and support their finding their way to be that filament of light.
And so truly within this path to healing, this invitation, it's about recognizing patterning in our lives that don't work for us. And it's about recognizing we get to allow in that awareness ourselves to ask questions. What is the story that's kicking my booty, that doesn't feel good? What is the story that's no longer working? What if I accepted my mom, my dad, my children, my co-workers exactly as they were, and allowed the place of triggering or of pain and struggle inside of me to be healed, and recognize that even if they're not willing to love me, what if I opened up to not expecting them to, but allowing myself to love myself, to respect myself, to value myself? It's about looking within instead of looking without. And that is a place of freedom. That's a place of healing. It's about knowing that truly world peace is an inside job. And it's about recognizing that we deserve that place of peace in every aspect of our lives. And it's about knowing that even when we forget, that we have an invitation to remember. It's about knowing that even if we drop the Holy Grail, that it can be picked up, dusted off, knock the dents out, and open to a place of connecting with that source that is you, the truth of who you are. Stepping into that magnificence within that remembering, within that allowing, and knowing that when you are in alignment with that truth, no matter what is going on around you, that you get to be in the flow of your life. You get to connect with your passion, your extensions of love. You get to receive and know you are worthy. You get to open up to not only receiving and extending love, but being love. And in love, being in love just feels good. And allowing yourself to be in love, knowing you deserve it.